Congrats on getting married. I'm so happy for you. I'm really excited for the wedding too.
Salim, thank you so much. That means a lot. I had a strong desire to introduce you to the woman I'm going to marry prior to the wedding, but I struggled to find the perfect moment to do so. It would be pleasant if there's a chance for you all to meet briefly before the significant day.
You don't have to worry about that. Considering that you've personally selected her, I'm confident that she must be an exceptional choice.
You think so? I hope I'm making the right decision. I never really thought marriage was in the cards for me. I never thought I would make such a big commitment after all these years of being content on my own, you know?
You okay? Getting the jitters all of a sudden? I'm sure it's pretty normal to feel nervous or doubtful before making such an important decision, though.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm fine though.
Anna, was it? Tell me a bit about her.
She's really beautiful. And is quite successful with her job as well.
You met her through work, right?
Yeah, we met when our companies were doing business together. I'm sure she's a good person, otherwise I wouldn't even think of marrying her, but there's a few moments here and there where I get a bit worried, to be honest.
Worried? About what exactly? I imagined you would be ecstatic now that the wedding day was decided and all, but I guess there's a lot on your mind, huh? I'm here for you, okay? I can't do much, but I can listen, if that's what you need.
To think that the day would come that I would be asking my little sister, 10 years younger than me at that, for love advice. When I said worried, I guess it would be more accurate to say that she's the one who gets really worried about me.
Oh, really? I see. I guess you want to brag about how much she loves you.
Oh my goodness. No! I'm sure you already know since we're family, but I seriously have been alone and single all this time, up until I met her. Not only that, but I also went to an all-boys private school. College was a much different either, with me always hanging out with the guys from the engineering department. I never learned how to talk to girls.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you never really were wanting to talk about girls.
Yep. But now, Anna is all worried.
Worried about what?
Like, that I might be cheating on her or something like that.
Seriously? Out of everyone I've met in my life, you are the last person who would cheat. What in the heck would make her think that? This is just too hilarious.
Okay. Now that you've had a good laugh, can we focus on fixing the issue at hand here? I really need to do something about this situation.
I really don't understand where she would get this idea if you cheating. Like it's literally impossible for someone like you. Do you know why she started getting all worried?
Yeah, I know. I could never do something like that. But she just happened to see me having a conversation with another girl at work. It was literally just a conversation, but she just started raging so hard I couldn't do anything to calm her down. That's when I started to get a little worried about our relationship.
Wow, she got that angry over some conversation? It's work, for crying out loud. What does she expect? There's no way to avoid talking to other workers just because they're the opposite sex.
Well, honestly, it's not a big deal. Other than that one issue, things have been pretty great. I just have to make sure she doesn't see me talking to other girls at work.
So all in all, you just wanted to brag about your relationship after all?
Oh geez. Give me a break.
Thanks, Ryan. What a great story. Now I want a relationship too.
Slow down. You don't need a boyfriend just yet.
Excuse me, but I'm already 27. I'd like to settle down soon. Well, I'm glad that you're happy and doing well. I'm so excited for the wedding. I'll see you then.
That's what you get for trying to steal my man. go to hell. If you think this is over, you're dead wrong. I'm taking you down. You better prepare yourself.
Just wait a second. Is this Anna? What's going on? I don't understand.
There's something really messed up about the fact that you are in my fiance's bedroom right before our wedding. Enough is enough. You'll be sorry if you keep trying. You skank! The least you could have done was reconsider the timing of it all. What? Are you trying to ruin the wedding? You think you can get Ryan to back out at this point?
Hold on now. Calm down. I really don't understand a single thing you're saying. This is all one big misunderstanding. Anyways, I'm at the hospital right now getting treated. My face is all messed up and I can barely even write these messages right now. Why would you do something like this? I never did anything to you to deserve this.
How do you feel after being beat up by 5 girls? That's what you get. Don't try to play innocent with me. Rot in hell. Where you belong.
I seriously don't get it. What in the heck is going? Ryan, I really think you should back out of the wedding. Your fiancée is out of her mind. You really need to reconsider.
What are you saying? It's the day of the wedding. What with this change of heart out of the blue?
I'm serious here.
Please listen to what I'm trying to say. I have bigger issues here, sis. Like my glasses that I asked you to pick up. I have to deal with all the relatives flying in, so I'm grateful that you offered to go pick them up at my house, but aren't you taking a little too long?
I'm at the hospital right now.
At the hospital? What happened?
I'll send you the address at the hospital, so please bring Mom and come quickly. This is Anna, right? I've regained complete consciousness now. It looks like you literally broke my face. It's going to take a lot of time to heal. How are you going to take responsibility for this?
Responsibility? That's my question. How are you going to take responsibility, hun? You started this mess.
Excuse me? What do you expect me to take responsibility for in the first place? After causing this much damage to my face, you have the audacity to ask me to take responsibility?
You should be grateful that you're even alive. If you try to get between me and Ryan any further, you'll pay an even bigger price than that pretty face of yours.
Get in between you guys? How did I do that? You didn't even let me get a word in before you brought your friends in to beat me up. I didn't do anything to deserve being attacked.
So you still want to try to hide the fact that you have been cheating with Ryan behind my back?
What the heck? Where are you getting these ideas?
And even on the day of my freaking wedding? Do you even have a brain? Who the heck would do something so stupid?
Unbelievable. How could you just jump to conclusions like that? Ryan wasn't even with me. And besides, you really don't trust Ryan at all? Even though you're getting married?
I finally got my hands on a good guy this time. You think I'm going to let him get away that easily? Sure, you may be younger than me. But you're not even much to look at. I don't even know what Ryan saw in you, but I won't let you have him.
You've got to be kidding me. You're not even going to let me explain anything, are you?
I don't want to hear anything a cheater has to say. No need to explain yourself with some stupid excuses. Besides, there's nothing in it for me at this point. Ryan and I are getting married, and that's that. I'll finally get to settle down with a guy who's made it in life. Someone who can bring my life stable it. Ryan will be a nice husband who listens to what I have to say without complaining. I finally found myself someone like that for myself. You think a measly affair with the likes of you will stop me?
Can you just stop for 1 second with the darn illusions and listen to what I have to say?
What is it, huh? I'm telling you, I'm not in the wrong in this situation. I don't regret what I did at all. You had it coming. You're the one that went and had an affair with my Ryan. You thought you were going to get away with a slap on the wrist? You broke your face? You should be thankful that getting punched in the face was the only thing that happened this time.
I'm Ryan's sister.
What? His sister?
Now that you know, you still don't regret what you did?
Are you seriously his sister?
This morning, my brother asked me to go pick up some of his things. That's why I was at his house. I didn't think that I'd end up at the hospital like this.
Ryan's little sister?
My brother was staying at our parents' house last night and accidentally broke his glasses. So I went to look for an extra pair he had at his house. To think that I'd end up like this with my face practically unrecognizable.
You're really his sister? I mean, you look way too young. How can you be his sister? You guys must be years apart.
We're 10 years apart. But does that matter? You think you make some excuse up with something like that?
So, just making sure you are Ryan's sister? No mistake? Salim?
You knew Ryan had a younger sister, and you didn't even think for 1 second that some girl at his house could be family? I mean, come on. You could have just asked who I was first.
I mean, I wasn't thinking straight.
And now you're going to pay the consequences. My brother and my parents are on their way to the hospital.
What? Why? We need to get ready for the wedding. How is the wedding supposed to happen if Ryan is gone? Is that why he hasn't answered his phone?
Is that all you care about now? I'm at the hospital because of you.
Yeah. I do admit it's my fault, but what can I do at this point? It wasn't my intention to hurt Ryan's little sister, but how was I supposed to know? It was just a small error in judgment, that's all.
I gotta say, things aren't looking too good for you. It's too late now to do anything to make up for what you did. No matter how you look at it, what you did counts as criminal behavior. And what were your friends thinking? Did they think they would just get away with ganging up on a young girl like that?
Put yourself in our shoes. The bride and all the bridesmaids are headed to the wedding venue. We stopped by the groom's house to say hello and find some woman standing in his bedroom. I saw red. Of course, my friends were going to help me out. It was messed up and they all have my back. That's why they're my bridesmaids.
Sure, but even in the middle of the whole fiasco, your friends tried to stop you when they saw how far you were going. Everyone knew you were going overboard. There was no need for you to do so much damage under any circumstance. You need to pay for the hospital bills.
Sure, I'll pay. Of course I'll pay. So please, don't tell Ryan about this. He can't find out that I was the one who caused all that damage to your face.
Are you freaking serious? So you want me to lie and say some random person broke into the house and started beating me up for no reason? No one would believe such nonsense. And you're the only other person with the keys to my brother's house.
Oh no! Please don't tell me you already told Ryan.
Of course I told him. My brother is done with you.
How could you tell him? The wedding is today, for crying out loud. What am I supposed to do now? The ceremony is supposed to start soon. How could this be happening?
Honestly, there's no one and nothing to blame but yourself. And why would you even think my brother is cheating on you in the first place? My brother is such a trustworthy guy with a good head on his shoulders. You shouldn't even be considering marriage when you can't see such an obvious truth.
I beg you, please. Ask Ryan to call me so we can talk things out. Explain to him that it's not my fault. I'm sure you can make something up. You're his little sister, right? That's the least you can do. Don't you want to fix this mess?
You're just a violent criminal to me. I have no intention of saving you here. You don't deserve my help, and I won't lie to my brother. I don't want him marrying someone like you either.
Please, don't do this to me. We can work this out.
I'm going to be getting the police involved. You won't be getting away with this. It doesn't matter what you say at this point, I won't be changing my mind.
The police? You don't have to go that far. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? What did I do that was so wrong?
You assaulted your fiance's sister. That's what you did. You committed a crime.
If you put it that way, I guess you're not wrong, but I didn't know. If I knew you were his sister, I wouldn't have done anything.
You can't just get away with it for not knowing. You did the crime. Even if I was cheating, it would still be a crime. There isn't one good reason to act as violently as you did towards another person.
Please, don't destroy my life like this. Isn't there any other way to solve this? You don't have to go to the police. You have to make sure to explain things to Ryan so he doesn't think badly of me.
It's too late. I already explained the situation, and my brother is furious.
No. Why would you do that? How could you?
How could I? After you beat my face this badly, of course things would turn out like this. Which side do you think my brother would take? After seeing me like this? If you tried to lie to my brother, it would be too obvious. There's no way you can get away with this. My brother already saw all the damage that was done.
Didn't I apologize already? We're going to be sisters-in-law. Can't you help me out here, as family?
Please, that won't be happening.
What do you mean by that?
My brother knows your true colors now. And he's really angry about everything that's happened. The wedding is cancelled and your engagement? It's over.
You're lying. There's no way. We were supposed to go get our marriage registered after the ceremony. How can he just back out now? It's too late. This is ridiculous. I'll sue you guys.
Why don't you just try? We'll be suing you as well. My brother has enough good reasons to.
No way. What am I supposed to do then?
You're violent and you don't listen to people. You jump to conclusions right away and cause trouble for others. I'm so glad my brother isn't marrying someone like you. And I'm glad I won't have to consider you my family either.
This is all a misunderstanding. That's not who I am. Really. I'm not who you think I am. I just slipped up this time. I'm not like this. You know, it's the day of the wedding and I was feeling really nervous. Yeah. Like pre-wedding jitters?
You expect me to believe that the jitters are what caused you to punch me in the face. Honestly, I'm glad this all happened. Sure, it was painful, but we were able to find out about you before you guys got married. I'm relieved. Oh, I'll be asking for compensation money for all the days I won't be able to go to work as well.
How about the wedding?
Are you serious?
Ryan and your parents are at the hospital, right? How about the wedding? What am I supposed to do now?
Hell, you really can only think about yourself. No shame, huh? You'll probably get a call from my brother soon. The wedding is cancelled, like I said. My brother has already started contacting all the guests to tell them the news.
No. This can't be happening. Please save me. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean for this to happen. Please help me out here. I really want to get married. I beg you.
You brought this upon yourself. You should think twice before acting violently next time. But I doubt anyone would even consider getting married to you after this. Have fun living a lonely life.
Eventually, the wedding was called off. Anna, with tears streaming down her face, went to Ryan and dropped to her knees, pleading for forgiveness. Ryan terminated the engagement without a moment's hesitation. Would the elder brother pardon someone for inflicting such harm on his younger sister's face? We lodged a report against Anna with the authorities, leading to her responsibility for the hospital expenses and other restitution charges. She was also obligated to cover the costs incurred from the wedding's cancellation. She ultimately exhausted all the savings she had accumulated. After reporting Anne's bridesmaids to the police, they became furious with her for entangling them in such a messy situation. Once they made the choice to terminate their friendship with Anna, she found herself utterly alone. Her employer discovered her wrongdoing and promptly terminated her employment. She suffered the loss of her job, her fiancé, and her friends. This serves as a reminder of the consequences that follow impulsive actions driven by fleeting emotions like anger. Hopefully, she has acquired a valuable lesson from this experience.
Hi. Thanks for coming over today. I'm so glad I could finally meet my son's girlfriend. You make such a nice couple. Jeff is really happy, you know.
It was lovely to meet you today as well. Thank you for inviting me over.
You know what? I just can't let's stop acting Claire. Why don't we just get it all out in the open?
What do you mean?
Let me go to the straight point. You aren't fit to date my son. I didn't spend years raising him just to hand him over to some woman raised without a father. I sacrificed so much so that Jeff could go to a good university. I want him to marry a good, stable woman. You understand that, right? So I'm sorry, but it's not going to work out with you.
Excuse me? Who do you think you are? You know nothing about my family. Jeff is a grown man. He's entirely capable of deciding for himself who he dates.
You poor thing. It really must have been tough growing up without a father. You can't even see that you are dragging him down. He needs someone better than you.
Wow. I can't believe you are actually saying this to me.
If you can't even think about what's best for my son, there is no way I can let you two get married.
Well, these are your true colors, huh?
It might be too difficult for your little brain to understand. But I know what's best for my son. I need you to break up with him. Today is the end of your relationship.
What? Hold on. All this just because I was raised by just my mother? What planet are you from? This has nothing to do with me and Jeff's relationship.
It's common knowledge that girls who grow up without a father in their lives act out and have daddy issues. Never being able to hold down a relationship. I won't let you destroy my son's life. He is going to take over the family business someday. He doesn't need someone with baggage. He's got a bright future ahead without you in it. I bet you thought you had found a real gem to cling to, didn't you?
I have no idea where you're getting the stuff from.
Listen, I don't want to see you near my son anymore. Just go and find someone more suited to your level.
Hi, babe. I am so sorry about today. I can't believe how my mom treated you. She was bringing up your father multiple times like that. You must have been so annoyed at her, right?
At the time, I suspected it was on purpose, but I wasn't sure. Now I know why she did it.
She can be so overprotective sometimes. She has always been like that. But don't worry, I'll talk to her about our wedding. She will come around. Trust me.
Thanks, Jeff. I really don't want to put you in the middle of this. I hope you can convince her. She seems to really have it out for me though. We might have to think about a situation where she never accepts me.
No, I'm sure she just got the wrong idea about you. I want to get married to you this year. I want Mom to come too.
I don't know, she seems really stubborn.
I've got a great idea. It's almost Mother's Day, right? Why don't we get your mom and my mom and all go out somewhere? I know a good Mexican restaurant.
You want to have our moms meet? Are you sure?
My mom has a bad image of single-parent households. That's why she was hesitant of you today. Although she won't say it straight to your face.
She doesn't seem to have any trouble saying it over text, though.
I'm sure that if my mom meets your mom, she will realize that there is nothing to worry about. She just needs to talk more and spend more time to understand you.
I guess it's possible. I don't like the chances of it working too well, though.
I really admire your mom. She did a great job of raising you by herself. You are a wonderful person too. Working all through college to support your mom and yourself.
My mom even now is always running around. She doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
I'm sure if my mom could just meet her, her whole perception of single-parent families will change. So, what do you say? If my mom happens to say anything rude like today, I will call her out right then and there.
Fine, I'll ask her if she's okay with it. I hadn't planned anything for Mother's Day yet anyway. Hey Mom, Jeff wants the four of us to all go out for lunch on Mother's Day. What do you think? Jeff really wants his mom to meet you too.
Yes, hun. I don't have any plans. That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Okay, great. I'll tell Jeff. He'll be happy to hear that.
Okay, I'll see you in a few weeks then.
Hold on a second, Mom.
Yes, dear?
There is something I should tell you before you meet Jeff's mom. Have you got a minute?
Sure, hun. What is this?
Actually, his mom for some reason looks down on single-parent families.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's weird. But I just thought I should tell you. It's not like it's personal, and you really did a great job raising me. Jeff really likes you too. Maybe I wasn't very good at communicating with his mom. Anyway, in case she says something strange, please don't get offended.
You don't have to worry about me. It takes a lot to get to me these days. I've met people before who make no effort to hide the fact that they don't think highly of a single mother. So there is no need to worry, sweetheart.
Okay, if you say so, I'm sorry to drag you into this.
Don't worry. I'm used to it. A single mother has to be strong. There is nothing she could say that would upset me. I found it's best not to get into an argument with people like that. Me and you have a stronger bond than a normal family. All we need to do is show her that. I'm sure she will come to like you.
Thank you for arranging. It was such a lovely lunch.
What are you talking about? What part of today was lovely?
Oh, did you not like the food? Of course, you must not be used to having food like that. It must have been so hard growing up poor. How dreadful.
The food was fine. I'm quite familiar with Mexican food. But you ruined what was supposed to be a nice lunch.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
Not only me, but you also had to go at my mom. You're just awful.
I don't recall saying anything that wasn't true. Maybe you and your mother misunderstood some of the vocabulary I used.
I remember it well. A real mother should teach her daughter about social standings. And how embarrassing it is to have my son dating someone like Claire. You're horrible from start to finish. I can't believe how rude you were.
I always say what I mean. If you don't like it, then that's too bad.
I can take it if it's just me, but I won't stand for someone who knows nothing of our struggles bad-mouthing my mother. My mom gave up everything for me. She has a far greater character than you. I won't stand for you insulting her.
So, what will you do? Are you going to break it off with Jeff? That way you will be rid of me.
I don't want to be involved with you, but I'm not breaking up.
Why won't you break up already? You are the cause of all of this.
How am I to blame for anything?
If you had just broken up with Jeff earlier, we wouldn't have had the stupid lunch. Your mother wouldn't have had to go through that embarrassment. Everything is your fault.
Jeff tried to give you a chance.
You are just like your no-good mother. Nothing good will come of you. Will be stuck at the bottom struggling your whole life, just like your mother did.
How dare you?
Oh yes, and your mom looks like someone I knew a long time ago. She too was quite pathetic. I guess all of you must look alike.
You're the pathetic one.
The woman I knew was just like your mother, thrown away by her husband. Your mother is the spitting image of her. Maybe there's just something about pathetic people that make all of you look alike.
Now are you bashing my mom's appearance? I won't take this from you.
So, will you break up with Jeff already? Then I won't let him marry someone as undeserving as you. If you are going to blame someone, blame the mother who couldn't even hang on to her husband.
After that, I sent a message to my mom. Mom, I'm so sorry about how the lunch with Jeff and his mom Rose went. It was a disaster. Rose was really humiliating and rude to me and you the entire time. I just didn't know how to handle it.
Sweetie, there's no need for you to apologize. You don't have any control over how someone else behaves. It's not your fault that things didn't go well.
Thanks, Mom. I just felt so embarrassed and uncomfortable. I mean, I really like Jeff and I was hoping his mom would like me too.
Claire, you're an amazing young woman, and anyone would be lucky to have you in their life. Don't let one person's negativity bring you down.
You're right, Mom. But I can't help but wonder why Rose treated me that way. I mean, did I do something to offend her?
Actually, Claire, I think I know why Rose acted the way she did. You see, I recognized her a long time ago. She and I knew each other in the past.
Wait, what? You knew Rose? How?
It's a complicated story, sweetheart. Rose and I knew each other because of your dad, Tim. In fact, Rose is the one who had an affair with him and ended up causing a lot of pain in our lives.
What? Are you serious? Dad had an affair with her?
Yes, Claire. I found out about their affair. The fact that Rose was selling her body and even blackmailed your dad after their relationship turned sour. It was a difficult and painful time for me. Then, she left Tim right after she got money from him. Somehow, she got married to a wealthy man now, and I'm not sure if Jeff and his dad knew her past.
I can't believe this. How did you handle all of this, Mom?
It wasn't easy, Claire. When I found out about their affair, I made the difficult decision to divorce your dad and raise you on my own. I wanted to create a safe and loving environment for you, away from all the drama and pain.
I had no idea, Mom. I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that because of me.
Sweetheart, none of this was your fault. I wanted to protect you from the pain and turmoil that Rose and your dad's actions brought into our lives.
I just can't believe that the person who humiliated us is the same person who hurt our family so much. It's like a terrible twist of fate.
Life has a way of bringing unexpected connections and challenges, Claire. But remember, we're stronger than our past. We've built a wonderful life together, and I'm proud of the woman you've become.
Thank you, Mom. I know I can always count on you. Now I know why she acted like that. I'm wondering how Jeff can handle it if he knows the truth.
Claire, I think it might be time for me to have a conversation with Rose. It's important to address the past and let her know that her behavior is unacceptable. She can't keep pretending that she doesn't know me or underestimating the people around her.
Mom, are you sure about this? Confronting her might bring up a lot of old emotions and hurt.
I understand your concern, Claire. I want to show her that we're not the same people she knew back then. We've grown and found strength in each other. I'm doing this for our family.
You've always been so strong, Mom. You protected me from all of this, even though it must have been incredibly hard for you. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for us.
Honey, you're my priority. You deserve happiness, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure you have it.
I'm grateful to have you as my mom. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Then, my mom came to talk to Rose personally. A day after their talks.
Hi, Claire. I hate to bother you, but I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Have you heard anything from your mother recently?
Good morning, Rose. You want to know if I talked to my mom? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. If you haven't heard anything, that's fine. Sorry to bother you so early in the morning.
Oh no, wait. There was one thing. That you're the one who my dad cheated with and destroyed my family. Is that what you were asking about by chance? But it's so sudden. Honestly, I'm still processing it.
Your mom told you that? Oh, so you know. Well, it can't be helped now, but I really need you to not tell anyone about this, okay? Promise me you won't tell my husband or Jeff. You would destroy our family. They don't know about this.
Destroy your family? You mean like how you did to mine? You're kidding, right? Let me ask you this. Do you plan on telling your husband and son?
Of course not. Are you crazy? I've left all of that behind. My husband thinks I was just a stewardess before I met him. He would never ever forgive me if he found out I was in the sex trade.
Is that so? It's not good to keep secrets from those you love, Rose.
My son, too. I raised him to be a good boy. If he found out his mother was a prostitute, I don't even want to think how he would see me.
You don't need to worry about Jeff. He isn't the kind of guy to judge people by what work they do or did.
Anyway, I need you to keep this a secret. If you do, I won't get in the way of you marrying Jeff. That's fine, right?
Are you trying to bargain with me?
You should be grateful that I'm saying this. Don't forget, if you ever decide to open your mouth about this, I'll never let you marry my son.
That's too late, Mom.
Mom? Is that Jeff? What are you doing there? They told you everything, didn't they?
No, I asked them if I could stay here with them for a bit. Why would you do that? You were so rude to them both at lunch. I just couldn't sit still. I came over to apologize for your actions.
You didn't need to do that for them.
No, I did. You went way too far. There's no excuse for your behavior. It was an embarrassment. Claire and her mom are great people, unlike you. I've heard everything from Claire. You're like a completely different person. Everything about you is a lie.
Hold on, Jeff. There is more to it. It's complicated. And it was a long time ago. I didn't have a choice. It was back in college and I needed the money. I only did it for 2 years, I swear.
I don't want to hear your excuses. You've hurt everyone. You're wrong. That's not what I'm disappointed. What I'm disappointed in is that you willingly destroyed a family, then ran away to forget about it. And you started your own life like nothing happened. Whatever you did to earn money doesn't concern me. But there is no excuse for ruining someone else's life.
Well, you see, I might have taken it too far. I wasn't really trying to destroy their family. I just needed more money, and it was when I thought he would stop coming that things escalated and escalated. I didn't think they would get divorced.
Stop! I don't want to hear any more. The fact is that Claire's parents divorced because of what you did.
You're right, it's all my fault.
You're a lucky still. Claire and her mom said they don't plan on telling Dad. After everything you've done, they said they want to leave the past.
That's such a relief. I don't know what he would do if he found out.
They won't tell him, so I will. He deserves to know about this. I think you should get a taste of exactly what you did to others.
Hey, Daryl. Reply to my messages now. Right now, where are you? You best stay home right now for me. I need you right now.
Hi, Essayer. What has changed so suddenly? Has something awful occurred?
I want to know where you are now. Please respond to my query. I need a ride to Federica's place from you. Right now, I want to start walking over to her place.
I'm sorry, but due to my hectic schedule, I won't be able to accomplish that. Right now, I've left the grocery shop. After I finish my grocery shopping, I have a lot more items to buy before I can go pick up David. I anticipate arriving at home in about an hour.
Are you for real? This is just unbelievable. That indicates that I won't arrive in time for lunch. I was asked to lunch today by Federica. I wouldn't want to pass up this chance.
You ought to have informed me about this sooner. I believed I had packed you lunch before I left the house. I also let you know that I was going food shopping. You ought to have known that I was unable to pick you up at this time.
Yes, I was aware that you were out shopping. Instead, I asked you to pick me up from home. I was dying to have lunch at Federica's place. I don't want you to make me lunch. Why should I have to eat this when you can eat it by myself when you come home?
Well, when I left the home, I had already finished my piece. Making your lunch gave me the impression that I was doing you a favor.
You truly have no comprehension, do you? I don't want to keep Federica waiting for an hour for me to show up. Would you stop what you're doing right now and come pick me up?
Sorry, but I'm unable to accomplish that. I believed I had previously informed you that I was occupied at the moment. Additionally, I need to buy certain things for Farley.
Who is interested in him? That can be done later.
Your spouse, he is. I believe you ought to treat him with greater respect.
That doesn't concern me right now. Right now, I need to get going. I had to get to Federica's residence right away. Please get home quickly. How many times do I need to repeat this to you?
It would still take me more than 30 minutes even if I went home immediately. Federica's home is another 30 minutes away from our location. That implies that it will take you at least an hour to get there. Can I do that? Perhaps you could just ask her to extend the invitation at a later date.
I find it hard to accept that something like this could be happening to me. Why do I keep getting such bad luck? Why didn't you just spend the day at home? You never know what I actually need from you here for, do you? Really, you are so worthless.
I apologize, but there is little I can do to change the situation. There wasn't much food in the fridge anymore. If I hadn't gone to the stores today, there wouldn't have been anything for us to eat for tonight. If I had left the fridge empty, you probably would have grumbled about it. I was forced to make today's appearance.
Stop inventing such ridiculous justifications. You own a vehicle. You might have just gone before supper later in the afternoon. Are you serious when you say I'll have to decline Federica's invitation?
I never said anything like. You may simply take the train if you truly want to go. Compared to me driving all the way home, that would take significantly less time. It would also greatly simplify my life.
Why should I be interested in you? I'm not going to take the train. Oh, how I detest using the subway. Even my chances of securing a seat on the train are uncertain. I also dislike having to travel by foot to the train station. That far away. Oh my goodness, are you really trying to make an old lady like me go all the way to the station? Just incredibly incredible how you were.
Why are you acting so hysterically when it just takes 10 minutes to go to the station? That's a simple stroll for you, no?
You know I'm not interested in doing that, right?
Good luck with it. Unfortunately, I am unable to take you up at this time. Either take the train today, or just inform Federica that you are unable to attend today's event.
You really are such a loser. My interest has waned. Simply said, I'm going to request Federica's invitation to come over another time. You makes me feel so bad. I can only imagine how thrilled she was to have me over. You'd best also offer her an apology.
Why do I have to express my regret to her?
Isn't it quite obvious? I can't go to her house today, and it's all your fault. Everything you did was selfish, therefore that's why. Do not comprehend how busy she is? Her ability to extend an invitation to me is really uncommon. On the other hand, you constantly appear to have a ton of spare time. Why is it that today of all days you have to be so busy?
What were you saying? Do you honestly believe I have that much spare time every day? You had to be kidding me. Were you speaking directly to me?
I mean, who else did you think I was talking to?
I seldom have any spare time. I do all of the chores for you. Early in the morning, I prepare breakfast for the entire family. Then I leave David off at school and drive Farley to the hospital for rehabilitation. I return home to clean the house and do laundry. And I prepare you lunch and do all the dishes. I have to go food shopping in the afternoon and then pick everyone up again. When I get home, I have to start making supper for everyone. Every day, I do it all by myself. Are you serious when you say I have so much free time?
Stop playing the victim. That is a typical housewife's lifestyle. You don't even work or make any money. You should feel grateful for earning all of your money. You have no right to be dissatisfied with your task.
Actually, I earned part of the money from my family as well. I work part-time and in my spare time. I contribute to the family's income.
It's only a part-time job. I doubt it makes a difference. I'm also letting you dwell in this place since I'm incredibly nice. Your very small salary does not cover all of your living expenditures. Stop acting so arrogantly simply because you do a little chores. You have no right to respond to me.
What are you on about? I'm only here because you requested Dylan and me to live with you. I never pointed out anything about not wanting to live here. I was irritated when you told me I was worthless and that I had so much spare time. You should know that I have sentiments as well. I didn't like it when you told me that.
I did nothing except tell you the truth. Stop complaining so much. You're only a housewife. You're nothing without Dylan. When he gets home, I'm going to tell him how badly you treated me today.
Go ahead and do it. I don't mind if you tell him. Even if you tell him everything, I doubt anything will change since he would be disappointed in you.
He will not be let down by me. If anything, he'll be disappointed in you. He'll undoubtedly be on my side. You'd best brace yourself for a reprimand from him.
If you truly feel it, go ahead and tell him. I am certain that I am not mistaken in any of this.
You are truly arrogant. I'm not sure why Dylan chose to marry someone like you. I hope you don't have too much influence over David. I don't want him to mature into an adult like you. I'm already concerned about the future.
There is no need for you to be concerned about David's future. He's turning into a beautiful youngster who is always concerned about me. I'm confident that he has a bright future ahead of him. You have absolutely nothing to be concerned about.
Just conversing with you irritates me. You must have a flair for annoying folks.
So, I apologize if I was able to irritate you in any way. I'm going to go immediately. I still need to go grocery shopping before I go pick up David. Goodbye.
There is an emergency. This was not something I anticipated to happen.
What are you on about? Is everything all right?
Everything is fine. I'm overjoyed right now. Federica has apparently become pregnant.
Oh, you took me by surprise. I assumed something terrible had occurred. Anyway, that's fantastic news. I'm overjoyed for her.
This is the most exciting news I've heard in a long time. I'm excited to meet her child. I'm already getting excited about it. I'll have even more grandchildren now.
I'm delighted you seem pleased with it. She only found out about it a few days ago.
I believe I was one of the first to learn about it from her. Oh, she still hasn't told her in-laws. This must imply that she likes me, right? I was the first person she called.
I suppose I might imply that, after all, you are her mother.
Why don't you attempt to be more upbeat about it? This is fantastic news. You don't appear to be interested in what I'm going to tell you. Do you have no regard for other people?
That is not the case. I am overjoyed for her.
I'm not sure what to do with all this energy. I'm overjoyed after hearing this news. I'm curious whether it will be a boy or a girl. Actually, gender has no bearing. He or she will be adorable anyway. Federica is, after all, their mother. She's going to make them some amazing genes. She's a picture-perfect lady. I can't wait to start shopping for the baby.
Federica is, indeed, a gorgeous lady. I believe it's a little early to start thinking about baby presents.
By the way, I'm not suggesting David isn't attractive. He is still my cherished grandchild. It's simply that I'm more eager to see Federica's children. They will be the best grandchildren in the world.
Isn't that a little insulting to David?
I don't believe it's really insulting. It's just that he's a little strange in certain aspects. You get what I'm saying, don't you?
No. I don't. What exactly are you trying to say?
For some reason, he doesn't seem to like me very much. These days, we scarcely have any talks. He's constantly locked inside Farley's room and never comes out. I'm not sure why he appears to despise me.
He's constantly in Farley's room for a purpose. He's making sure Farley doesn't get lonely being alone in his room all day. I don't believe he dislikes you. You don't have to be concerned about it at all.
I'm relieved that they appear to get along fairly well. I'm still irritated that he doesn't get along with me. I think he'd be a lot cuter if he was friendlier to me. He no longer even makes eye contact with me. I'm his grandmother.
He's undoubtedly terrified of you since you always speak to him in a frightening tone. You yell at him whenever he does something you believe is wrong. You must exercise greater patience with him. He's only a youngster. He's not going to be flawless. You yelled at him the other day for just watching TV throughout supper. You always tell him that you're busy whenever he wants to chat to you. I believe David will be more cordial with you if you adjust how you treat him. I'm sure if you're good to him, he'll be more likely to be nice to you.
That is not entirely my fault. When I'm busy, he constantly chats to me. He's simply generally inconvenient. Just like another person I know.
Is it possible that you're referring to me?
I never said anything like that. Stop pretending to be a victim. I never explicitly stated that I was referring to you. It might have been anyone I was referring to.
There is no one else to whom you may be referring.
So, if you believe I was talking about you, maybe I was. But you can't blame me for it. I never said anything about it being you.
I don't really care either way. I'm tired of talking to you. Could you please treat David a bit more respectfully if at all possible? I genuinely want you two to get along. He's just 5 years old. You've reached adulthood.
I told you I'd already treated him kindly. You are tenacious in your pursuit of this. How many times do you intend to repeat what I intend to repeat?
I intend to keep doing it until I see a shift in your attitude. Anyway, I have to go going since I'm quite busy. I need to get started on supper preparations right now. You said you were going to be late today, didn't you? Are you going to be hungry when you go home?
Yes, I'll be arriving home late tonight. I won't require dinner.
Are you certain about that? What are you going to do?
I'm going out to eat with Dylan tonight. We'll be eating at a great restaurant, so we won't require your meal. I also had to inform him about Federica's pregnancy. I don't think he's aware of it yet.
Okay, I get it. I'll simply cook enough food for myself, Farley, and David, and you and David can have a great supper together.
Yes, please do so. Make certain that all of the chores is completed before I arrive home tonight. Daryl, I have some news for you. Federica will be moving in with us starting today.
What exactly did you just say? Starting today? Isn't that a touch abrupt?
She's coming to live with us as her pregnancy progresses to the end. She'll need all of our help to have a healthy kid.
Isn't it too early for that? Isn't she only around 3 months pregnant?
What are you on about? If anything, it's a touch late. Federica's husband is quite busy and seldom returns home. I'm not going to let her stay at home alone while she's pregnant. She requires someone to be with her at all times.
I see what you're saying, however.
Federica really resigned her job not long ago. During the day, she has a lot of spare time. I'll need you to make an extra piece of food starting today. Make sure you make something nutritious and appropriate for a pregnant woman.
Okay, I'll do it.
Oh, and one more thing. I need you to clean out the room you're now in. Federica will be moving into the room as of today. Make careful to relocate all of your possessions to a new room. Make sure you don't forget anything.
Wait. What are you talking about? You want us to make room for her?
That is precisely what I am advising you to do. You're utilizing one of the larger rooms. Federica should get to utilize it, in my opinion. She'll have a lot of items that she'll carry with her. It makes sense for you to relocate to a smaller space. You're cool with it, right?
I believe we should debate this before making any judgments. Because Farley's room is practically next door, I believe I should remain in this room. When he needs assistance, I can go immediately away. Can't Federica utilize one of the available rooms? It would make things a lot easier for both me and David.
Stop attempting to create such justifications. The choice was made previously. You may still aid Farley from one of the upper rooms if he needs it. All you need to do is down a flight of steps. Is it really so difficult? Federica has taken over your room. There is nothing to debate here. I'm not going to have a pregnant woman climb a flight of stairs every day. She requires the first floor room that you are now occupying. When you go home, make sure you take all of your possessions out of the room. Do you comprehend what I'm asking of you?
Okay, I get it. I'll get to it as soon as I get home.
Daryl, what are you up to? I still can't believe this is happening. Federica had no fruit left in the fridge. She requires all vitamins in order to give birth to a healthy kid. How could you have forgotten to fetch these for her? You are indeed a worthless lady.
I apologize for not having the time to do so. I'm now on my way home after picking up David from school.
David? This is definitely starting to irritate me. You appear to be just concerned with him.
Why are you becoming so enraged all of a sudden?
Do you understand we have a pregnant woman living with us right now? She is the most important person in the house and deserves more of your attention. I can't believe you continue to choose your own child over her. How do you intend to accept responsibility if something bad happens to her?
Why should I accept responsibility? Is there anything I've done wrong? I've been treating everyone who lives with us fairly.
So you genuinely have no idea what you've done wrong? Are you truly so stupid? Why don't you try utilizing your head for a change?
Nothing has gone wrong with me. I'm not going to abandon David simply because Federica is pregnant. It's natural for me to want to look after my own child. You must have the same thoughts as I do. You constantly appear to be concerned with your own children.
Stop talking to me like that. Federica is the individual that needs to be emphasized the most right now. Everyone else should be an afterthought for you.
You see, you're doing precisely what I told you. You place the highest value on your own daughter. I'm doing the same thing by putting my own child first.
Why don't you grasp what I'm saying? Federica is now carrying my darling grandchild. Federica needs the highest level of care for the baby to be born safely. I've got enough of your horrible attitude. How could you respond to me in this manner? If you can't follow my commands, please leave my house immediately.
Are you certain you should be saying that to me? Do you truly want me to go?
I am very certain. I don't want you in my home any longer. Get out right now. You're just an annoyance. I no longer require someone like you in my home. Get out before I become enraged.
That's just great with me. I'll go as soon as I gather all of my possessions.
Daryl, why don't you wake up early to prepare food for everyone? Don't you know it's the responsibility of a wife to Dylan?
I'm sorry, what are you saying? I won't do anything anymore.
I'm talking about family responsibility, Daryl. This is the duty of a wife, and you have failed.
What are you scolding me for? I won't do anything anymore. I don't have any responsibilities towards your family either, so take care of it yourself because I divorced Dylan yesterday.
Divorced? Why? Why didn't you say anything to me? What? Why would you dare to divorce your husband?
Why are you so surprised? This is what you asked for. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Our relationship is over, and I don't need to be responsible for his family anymore.
I never asked you to divorce Dylan, although I'm very angry that you didn't follow my request.
I don't have any opinions about that. But it's definite I filed for divorce and there's no going back. Your family will live without my help. Believe it or not, Dylan agreed to this. He signed the papers, lol.
Don't try to deceive me.
I have nothing to deceive you about. Dylan knows everything but pretends not to. To torment me, this family turned me into a servant.
What will happen to my husband, Farley, when he has no one to take care of him?
You're kidding me, right? That's your family's problem, not mine. You're his wife, you should take care of him, not me.
I have many reasons why I can't take care of him. I don't have a driver's license. How can I take him to the hospital? I'm busy every day taking care of Federica.
Well, then contact Federica's husband to bring her home instead of talking to me.
How can you treat us like this? Just come back, and everything will be as before. Stop this divorce thing now and come home to take care of us like before. I'll pretend nothing happened.
That will never happen. Once you kicked me out, there's no way I'm coming back.
So you're willing to abandon us, huh? You won't be welcomed in this family anymore.
Well, hell will welcome you soon enough. Believe it or not, Dylan himself proposed the divorce because he couldn't stand a devilish woman like you.
That will never happen. I'm just too busy, that's all.
Yes, you're busy choosing which program to watch on TV all day and never leaving until mealtime.
I don't have any savings. I'm living off your and Dylan's money. If you get divorced, what will my husband and I do?
Exactly, he decided to give everything to me. Surprising, isn't it? You'll be left with nothing.
Is everything you're saying true? You truly are a demon.
So, Esser, you'll be taking care of all the tasks after I leave. Dylan has agreed to let me bring David to our new place without involving you.
Wait a minute, please. I beg you, come back here with me.
I don't care anymore. You always call me useless, so I won't come back. Goodbye and farewell.
Hey, Daryl.
Before I left the house, I had thoroughly discussed everything with Farley. I assured him that I would get him a place in an aged care facility. I believe I have located a suitable residence for him, and I am now finalizing all the formalities so that he may leave the house shortly. I want to use the money he provided me to pay for the care facility. I also make use of some of the funds that were handed to me. I also utilize part of the money that was provided to me to purchase a new home for myself and David. Farley's gift of money was really generous, and I believe I'll be able to purchase a pretty good house while still having enough money left over. Dylan sent me a number of apology texts over the next 2 months. I can't forgive him for what occurred, but I have no intention of ever seeing him again. Should I return to him with him?